The next one here, we got the Ketuo Telson or Ketuo Telson knife handle material 6AL4V zirconium alloy and M390 on the blade. All right, let's take a look at this one. I'm thinking it probably came in this pouch here, but now it's not. So let's give it a nice little wipe right here, shall we? Put the zipper pouch out of the way for now. And let's take a look at this one, you guys. Man, that is interesting. So first things first, there's the titanium going on, and then we said that it has zirconium alloy. So I'm thinking that's what this is. Definitely a beautiful accent contrast going on there. Ooh, what is going on that pivot right there? That looks sick, man. This looks like something straight out of Skiff Made Blaze or something. All right, take a look there with the blue accent pivot color. And yeah, we got the accent blue buddy screws going on, a lanyard solution back here. And man, this at first impression is looking elegant as can be. I noticed the stress relief cutout right here also matches the same lines going on the pocket clip. How neat is that? Some speed holes for the pocket clip. How awesome is that? Let's go ahead and get this thing open here. Looks like it's a flipper deployment only, although we have something interesting here, kind of fuller nil nick looking thing. So let's see how that works. But first, the flipper. Here we go. Bam. The Telson, right, in its full glory. Let's give her a nice little wipe here. Bam. M390 blade, Warncliffe, sheep's foot looking geometry right there. That is my cup of tea all day, every day. And it has a beautiful finish. It's sort of like a bead blasted finish going on that M390. That looks nice. Flat grind all the way through, right? Almost a full flat grind, but it's actually up until this line right there, which you can see right there, that line. And let me see, lock bar. Okay, so it is a frame lock. All right, easy to access the lock bar, by the way. It doesn't have a specific cutout on the show side, but it does have a little bit of chamfering on the lock bar itself, which is nice. The steel insert is on the inside, so that's nice. So you have a steel on steel contact, which is better for longevity. And it is a, what's that, ball bearings? I think so. Ooh, nice drop shutty action right there. Not a guillotine. It's more of a shake shutter. But man, this thing is elegant as can be. Elegant, really, really, really elegant. Now, I did notice fingerprints are going to easily stick to the, what's it called? Zirconium alloy there very often. So I don't know if that's gonna drive me personally a little bit crazy or not, but obviously I'll share that with you during the review video later on. By the way, this is not a review video, guys. I don't know why I had to say that. This is just an unboxing first experience, sort of sharing with you guys what the unboxing experience is all about. But yeah, the flipper tab, I just slipped off right there, but it is jimped and it's not, doesn't protrude out too much. So you can light switch it, that works. You can push button it, that works as well. All right. Now, I'm curious to see if I can use this section here to thumb deploy. Now, the deal with lock bars, or, this is sort of like a bolster lock in a way, if you think about it. You don't want to put unnecessary pressure on the lock bar when deploying the knife. So I'm not... Okay, I just did it right there. I was about to give up on it. I was like, nope, you can't do it. But apparently, with enough practice and determination and not putting pressure on the lock bar, you can deploy the knife with the sort of fuller looking thing going on there. All right, what about the reverse flick? Let me try that. Can I use that to reverse flick? Yeah, probably not. I'm just going to call it as more of an aesthetic little section right there. Like, definitely gives it a lot of personality. Don't get me wrong, right? That looks really sick. They could have just left that flat, but they went the extra mile just to give it personality there. So even though you could thumb deploy it, it's a hit or miss. So I'm just going to call the flipper being the one deployment and one deployment only option. I just noticed something crazy, right? So you do have this backspacer. It has the Ketuo logo there. And you have a little bit of a jimping here, right? Sort of like a crown sort of pattern to it. It also works, the backspacer works as your lanyard solution, as I pointed out earlier, which that's pretty nice. And then I just want you guys to know, notice how close the point you know, the tip of the blade there is to that backspacer. It's like so flush, right? Look at that. I don't even think the camera does it justice. It's almost as if it was gonna hit the backspacer, but it doesn't, right? So they have maximized the, you know, space right here, right, as much as possible. So you're not gonna end up with some weird ratio of blade to handle, you know, going on, which is good. And yeah, finally, let's just test the ergonomics here really quick. So ergonomically speaking, that feels good. I'll tell you that right now. That feels really good. I'm locked in, right? A little bit of curvature here, or sort of different bent angle there. That works. Probably forward choke if I wanted to, but basically the standard grip. Bear grip here feels good, right? 4-finger grip. I got average hands, not the biggest of hands, not the smallest of hands, and I'm making it work right here, which that's good. Again, right? Pocket clip, right? Pocket clip feels comfortable, right? Very, very comfortable pocket clip. I'll give it a good, let me see, 9.5 out of 10. That feels good right there. And again, attention to detail from the design, carrying forward the design, like I pointed out earlier. Reverse grip, that feels good too, right? Your Friday night gas station fighting grip, that's also great. The reverse per call, that's also good. I mean, honestly, you know, with the one deployment option, right? I don't know why. I feel like if they have made the flipper a tiny little bit longer, maybe I wouldn't slip off. I do find myself slipping off a time or two. I just gotta remember to really put pressure, enough pressure against the handle itself. That way, when I run my finger down, right, I'm gonna get deployed every single time. Can you fail this flipper? Nope, ain't happening. Got a very well-tuned detent here, by the way. Man, that is tuned really well. And yeah, man, like awesome action here. Let's do a quick size comparison. It's definitely a large knife. There's absolutely no doubt about it. Here is the PM2, so it's actually PM2 size. How about that? So premium PM2 size knife from Rike, or Ketuo in this case. As I mentioned earlier, they are sister companies, right? So definitely PM2 size there for sure. Here's the Demko AD 20.5 and the smaller brother, the Shark Cub, right? Both of these are definitely shorter for sure. Civivi Vision FG and Sentinel Strike. The Sentinel Strike might be a tad bit bigger, right? Whereas the Vision FG is a tiny bit shorter. So it's like a happy medium in between the Telson, happy medium in between the Civivi FG, Vision FG, and the Sentinel Strike. Here's the very popular Raccoon and CJRB Pyrite. Take a look there for yourself. And last but not least, let's just throw some other Warncliffe style knives in the mix as well. There is the Vosteed RSKAOS and the Kunwu Chad, right? Take a look there, right? The Chad is a hair shorter, but very comparable, honestly. And the RSKAOS from Vosteed is going to be a little bit bigger, but out of the three, the Telson has the longest cutting path right there. Again, the idea here, you guys know the drill, is just to give you a ballpark, more or less, where these knives land, right, size-wise. Let's do our scientific cutting test, shall we? Of course, put some paper here, right, M390, let's put it to work. All right, that is sharp. That is really, really sharp. Got some swirls going on right there. So yeah, it definitely will cut your paper, no issue. Can I go through paper? Yeah, of course. Right? What do you expect? All right, so of course you can cut paper all day, every day. What about some cardboard? I have some everyday Amazon box cardboard here. This one's interesting because a section of it is single wall, and this section here is dual wall. But we do have a very slicey flat grind going on here. So remember, when cutting cardboard, don't cut perpendicular like this, but rather at an angle like that. It's gonna look something like this. Here we go. Wow. All right, that was smooth, guys. So obviously it goes through the single wall just fine, and it barely even struggles with the dual wall. Wow, I'm gonna do a little bit faster now, more at my pace. Yeah, definitely a very, very slicey geometry here, to say the least. Of course, anytime you cut with this knife, you're gonna end up with, depending on what you're cutting, a little bit of gunk in the blade, but I'm gonna have to take this one out here with breakaway CLP a little bit later, just to kind of keep that awesome looking bee blasted finish going on here. That looks amazing. And yeah, this thing can cut, definitely. That is not a secret at all. You guys rate in the comments, how sharp is this guy on a scale from 1 through 10? It does have a factory edge, and it has already been seeing some use, so it's not like it's out of the box sharp or anything like that. So you guys let me know. Well, there you have it, guys. That is the Telson from Ketuo knives, right? We have looked at some awesome Ketuo models here on the channel. You can just simply look up Ketuo Miguel EDC. You'll see some of the ones that we have checked out so far. This one by far, I mean, you know, again, not to take credit away from some of the other ones. I think we looked at the Illusion, the Triad, right? So by far, this one is, I think, the longest. I think the zirconium alloy definitely gives this one a tiny bit more, you know, like premium feel to it. Definitely the whatever's going on here in the pivot, that looks sick. Super nice. So definitely do more of that. But you guys know how the drill goes by now. This is just an unboxing first impressions video. The review video is actually going to be coming up here very soon in the channel, so not too long from now. But I definitely have to carry this knife for a little bit just to be able to gather some feedback, of course, and then that video will be dropping here shortly. So if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, this will be a great time to do so. Of course, this knife and every other knife that you see in this video will be linked down below. So if you're interested on checking price, availability on this knife, definitely check those links. I'm not sure what the price is on this one, but by the time you are watching this video, you can check those links. I would have linked to as many websites as I possibly can. I can't guarantee availability, but, you know, depending on how far in the future you're watching this video, chances are, you know, you'll be able to pick one up if you're interested. But if you want to find out more about this knife, definitely wait on the review, which will be out soon here. Also, if you found value out of this video, smashing that like button really goes a long way, gets this video pushed to a larger audience. Loving the action on this one and also the acoustics. There's something that Ketuo does really well, and that is tuning the sound of their knives really well. The D10 here is money, man. It sounds so good, so satisfying. You know, I don't even think the camera is even doing it justice to how good it feels, right? The acoustic, how well it works, the action is really spot on. And yeah, making a really great first impression. Of course, review video to come down the road, guys. Let me know, what do you want to know about this knife? What questions do you have, concerns, anything you want to know about this knife that I should cover during the review video? Let me know. If you made it to this point in the video, you are the real MVP. Check out the Vosteed RSKAOS on your right, or the Kunwu Chad right there on your left. Those are all their premium EDC knives as well. You should definitely have in your radar. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me here until the very end. I love and appreciate every single one of you. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. And I'll catch you all on the next video, either this one or this one. Peace.